So, and now they are coming on the mat. Georgia versus Russia. And that is the semi-final we really don't have to miss.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, mat 3,
in a few minutes also the second semi-final, mat number 1 will start. They are just in a rapid charge. Last fight for them is coming.
I don't think we're going to get Jorg. He's too busy. Anyway, terrific lineup we've got coming now. This is the match. Georgia versus Russia, semi-final of the Junior World Team Championships. Gela KELIKHASHVILI in the white judogi faces Egor of Russia. Whomsoever makes it into the final, obviously, that's the big contest. But as far as the rivalry is concerned, there is no bigger rivalry in team events than Georgia-Russia. Even Japan-Russia, Japan-Georgia, it doesn't matter. No, the biggest rivalry is Russia-Georgia. The Japanese are sitting back at the moment, rubbing their hands in absolute delight because they've got Ukraine. Now, I'm not putting down the Ukraine. I'm just saying that if there were two teams that the Japanese wanted to avoid on the way to the final, it would be Georgia and Russia, and they've avoided both of them. It's worked out absolutely beautifully for the Japanese, who are just hoping that this is going to be the longest semi-final in the history of judo. They just want them to stay there and bash it out against each other. And then they want to come and steamroll the Ukraine and take the winner in the final, if they get past the Ukraine. And you can see the Ukraine and the Japanese men walking down to the far end of the competition hall. Now, if you want to watch that one, just click on mat number 1. You'll get that. We are not moving from here. No score yet. Both fighters have picked up penalties. Tentative, as you can imagine. Nice move. That's nice from KELIKHASHVILI. Just getting free with the head. That nice strong grip from MGDSYAN. Threatened for a moment, but the Georgian managed to break that up. And KELIKHASHVILI avoided dropping his head. MGDSYAN is the one now. He just looks a little bit unsettled at the moment. Can't free his left arm up. The Georgians want to take one of these first two contests. Oh, didn't like it, did he? MGDSYAN didn't like it. He picks up a second penalty. Just saying on it, the Georgians want to take one of these two. The Russians have got no one at 90. So they're already one down. They lose one of these, and I think it's curtains.
Yeah.
MGDSYAN and BALAEV have got to be the fighters that really step up. Uchimata effort there from MGDSYAN, but he lost contact with the hands.
Uchimata. Woo!
Yes.
This is the score.
Terrific first score. And it's not the strongest Osaiwaza that you've ever seen.
No.
And KELIKHASHVILI manages to get out of that. So, Wazari to MGDSYAN. That's the lead with 50-odd seconds left to go.
Kochi.
Misses again. I think that's a bit sloppy from MGDSYAN. He'll pick up a third penalty here.
Yeah.
He got away with that.
Yeah, luckily.
And for me, there's no effort to throw there. He just wants to avoid.
Exactly. That the Georgian is able
Yeah.
to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very obviously, yeah.
Anyway, sometimes we're a little bit too harsh. Yeah. Good pressure there from KELIKHASHVILI.
Third Judo now.
Yeah, he did what's called, he drew the penalty. Oh, and then he makes a slip.
Yeah.
After all the hard work, he had one chance for the big attack. And he slipped off the attack. Just caved there at the end, didn't he? 1-0. Up you get. Gela. I know it's tough. Just got to suck it up sometimes and take that one on the chin, I'm afraid. Abe of Japan, down on mat number 1, has won the opening contest in that match between Ukraine and Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, good effort. That's nice to see. Respect from both the fighters. Not just the judo respect in bowing to each other, but a little bit extra at the end there. Right, we've got the next pair of fighters coming onto the mat in the under 73 kilo category. The team event, Georgia versus Russia. The Russians leading 1-0. It's Koba MCHEDLISHVILI of Georgia who faces Uruskhan BALAEV of Russia. BALAEV looked really good in his first contest. Very difficult fight. A nice grip there from BALAEV, and he catches MCHEDLISHVILI for Wazari. Now, what we were saying was, or what I was saying anyway, was that the Russians needed to win one of these. If they take 2, IGOLNIKOV could be the closer, and then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
He's gone again. I think someone from Georgia was shouting out Yuko. That is not Yuko. That is Ippon every day of the week. I think it's a Georgian coach. He must be looking at another fight. Right, so Guram TUSHISHVILI could have nothing to do here if IGOLNIKOV can defeat Ushangi MARGIANI. What a contest this is going to be.
Yep.
Mikhail IGOLNIKOV of Russia faces Ushangi MARGIANI of Georgia. It's a must-win contest for the Georgians because they've got the next contest wrapped up because the Russians don't have a fighter in that weight category. And then it'll give Guram TUSHISHVILI the chance. Everything rests on this contest. IGOLNIKOV, unusual grip there. I thought for a moment he'd grabbed the sleeve. Oh, did he have anything? Was there any footwork there? Didn't really see anything to come up with a score, so no. Tense moment in the match as Margiani looks for an opening here. Yep. Shido's not going to be enough, though, to keep IGOLNIKOV out. He'll take that one. There's plenty of time left. Big grip over the back now, left arm. And now Margiani thought about the Uchimata.
Yes.
IGOLNIKOV looked to attempt the shimiwaza. Just caught him there, and that was nice. It was accidental, and immediately put the hand out to apologize. It doesn't matter what's happening off and around at the mat. It's what happens on the mat, and the instant respect from both fighters. That's such a good thing to see. There's no bite on the mat. They just get on with the judo. It's great. big attack here from Margiani. He really needs to put an attack in here. Doesn't want to pick up a penalty unnecessarily. Should attack there immediately, Igolnikov. It's a better effort there from Margiani. Okay.
Tight fight.
So Igolnikov is responding to the attacks from Margiani. He really needs to start putting in some attacks on his own. Okay, we're back underway. Here's where Margiani, if he's really clever, he should know the state of the contest. He must be first to the attack, because Igolnikov will then be passive, and there'll be 2 Shidos against him. That's the tactical state of the contest.
This is not really a comfortable leading. Can happen so
Exactly.
much, and then it's balanced again. Clever to give him another Shido. He feels a little bit more secure.
And it's the Russian who picks up a penalty, a second penalty, this time for gripping infringement there from Igolnikov. Now that's, you know, that's a tactical error from Igolnikov.
Yeah.
You should also see the state of the contest. He can't afford to let this get away from him, because he can close it out here for the Russians. Beka GVINIASHVILI on the left-hand side of your screen, barking out the orders. He's up next, but he doesn't have an opponent, so that's going to be a walk, as they call it in baseball, given the fact that we're here where baseball is king at the moment, because we've got the World Series going on. The San Francisco Giants and the Kansas City Royals playing at the moment. Everybody wrapped up in that.
Last minute.
See, Margiani shouldn't be drawn into looking at the clock and thinking, I'll try and see it off.
Yeah.
Should look for that Yuko, keep up the attacks. He doesn't have to kill himself here, but he just doesn't want to get wrapped up in a Shido battle. Stay positive. He has a quick look at the clock there. See, both fighters can pick up penalties here. Well, you know, Igolnikov wasn't doing a great deal more. He's lucky not to pick up another. But as I was saying, he just needs to make sure that he keeps up the attacks. He's just blocking at the moment.
He didn't come out. Why he didn't come out again? Got it.
20 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Sorry, 20 seconds to go. And this is where Margiani's got to be really, really clever. Hasn't got the strength to counter him.
No.
Yeah, I think they're right here. Margiani could very well have been given another Shido. He was lucky to avoid that. He didn't have the score on the board, which is normally the little cushion that they give you because you've scored. He didn't have that, but they didn't give a second penalty. And now Igolnikov, with the 2 penalties, loses out. That makes it 2-1. Beka GVINIASHVILI is up next. He doesn't have an opponent. That's going to make it 2-2. It's all down to Guram TUSHISHVILI. He faces Ruslan SHAKHBAZOV in the heavyweight shootout.
Unfortunately, GVINIASHVILI don't have an opponent. Always like to
Well,
see him.
yeah.
Why didn't they pick the Russian? Pick another 81 player? They have one here. Kosidov or
Not
what's
sure.
his name? Yeah.
Not sure.
So they have
Maybe he was injured.
nobody under 90.
Could be.
Maybe.
I'm sure there was an injury,
Maybe
or else
the
they would have
only
filled him.
reason, huh? Yeah.
GVINIASHVILI takes the contest. He's looking around. He fancies a fight. you
Unusual
see.
for
He says,
him,
I
huh?
want to fight. I want to
Yes,
fight.
yes. Where's my opponent?
He should have said, Guram, let me fight. I'll take the big guy. I don't think he could. That would be really, really good. They should have replaced him.
Yes.
Should have let Beka stay on. Right, here we go then. This is the money contest.
Yes, between Guram TUSHISHVILI of Georgia and Ruslan SHAKHBAZOV of Russia.
It's TUSHISHVILI in the white judogi, SHAKHBAZOV in blue. Who's going to be the hero?
Yeah,
Shakhbazov for the Russians, TUSHISHVILI for the Georgians, 2-2. Semi-final, Japanese, almost on the, oh, actually was, he doesn't quite get him over. But now he needs to be tight on the ground here. Osai Komi has been called, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, yeah.
Called it early. And now they call the Tokido. Just called it a little bit early, I think. Doesn't give up the score, so that's okay. I thought there was a Yuko on the board for the throw, but there wasn't, and then there was nothing for the Osai Komi. I think there's...
Yeah.
No, he's got the elbow down, the right elbow down. He pushes him over, and I don't think... Here, look.
But to be honest, also
Here, look.
the right side of his body.
But
from here, from beginning under the arm, the whole right side.
See, the elbow goes down. There's a big gap in between the top half of the body, and he just gets the bottom half and the legs. All of that looks nice as far as the Yuko's concerned, but the top half of the body really hasn't got enough there to claim the Yuko, and then he doesn't hold the Osai Komi for long enough. We'll see the replay again because we've got that as a clip, and I don't mind seeing that again. As soon as we get a little bit of a break, we can show that, because that is not controversial, but there's a question as to whether or not that should have been scored. As ever, the longer you're on the mat with Shakhbazov, the better your chances are. TUSHISHVILI's just got to make sure that he's got sufficient enough energy that when he gets called to score towards the end, that he can come up with the score. Both fighters will pick up penalties.
Yeah.
The more you look at it, the more you think, yeah, not quite enough. 2-2. Both fighters have picked up penalties. Untidy looking effort there from TUSHISHVILI, but that's a bit better. Shame he didn't go through with the Koji.
Yeah.
But now he's thinking about it. If he gets the attacks in now and Shakhbazov only keeps one hand on, he comes out the more positive. And they have to call Mate at the wrong time. We don't really need that, do we? The referee inviting the Russian coach to watch from the stands, which he does, and off he goes.
Yeah.
Minute 52. We're back underway. Don't go backwards. He just manages to turn there. And he needs another turn to keep him on in the competition area. Just get your big feet inside. He comes up with an Uchimata effort, but it's too late. He's going to pick up a penalty for stepping outside. You have to know where you are.
Yeah.
At this stage, you cannot afford to give anything away. TUSHISHVILI picks up a penalty for stepping out the area. Minute 41. And then Shakhbazov almost walks onto that Seonagi. You don't want to be there with a big man up and around your head. It's going to be uncomfortable in Nevaza. Minute 28 left to go. Has he got enough?
The left arm from the Russian, Guram TUSHISHVILI, needs to have under control, I think.
TUSHISHVILI's not going to move Shakhbazov unless he puts together a combination.
He must do more than the Russian. The Georgian must do more. Otherwise both get a Judo.
He really needs to put in a big effort now.
Put him
and
under
then
pressure.
you'll draw the passivity penalty. The foot taps are not good enough.
No.
Where's this one going then? Yep. Shakhbazov now. Both fighters have picked up penalties. Inside the last minute. Yes, the Sumigaeshi effort wasn't bad.
Yeah.
No score there though.
Wow, exciting.
40 odd seconds left to go. Here comes the 40-second mark on it.
Yeah.
Head up. Needs to get his head up.
There's that left arm there from the Russian. That's a problem for...
Oh, good effort. There it is. That's Wazari. Good score from TUSHISHVILI. He's got to get off his back. And now it's going to be the chase.
Got him there, yeah.
20 odd seconds. Great little effort from a big man with that rolling Ippon Seoinage. And now 28 seconds to avoid getting caught from SHAKHBAZOV. And he walks straight out of the area with 24 seconds to go. He puts a lot of pressure on himself now because he cannot afford another error, or else he'll gift this to the Russian. He goes over again for the Ippon Seoinage. Just needs to be tight with the legs now, and he is.
Yes.
Keep him down there, nice, with the right hand, just holding SHAKHBAZOV in. 14 seconds left to go. The Russian's going to come full on, full power now from SHAKHBAZOV. Can't afford to go back. Oh, he got pushed out of the area.
Yeah, that's right.
Up you get. They're going to go crazy in here if TUSHISHVILI is given a penalty for stepping out.
I've got some feeling. Yeah.
Okay, but that's only a third penalty. Here's the Hajime. And he's gone straight for the, it won't matter now, but he's because he's countered him.
Whoa.
In any case, he went straight for the bear hug, and the counter came, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But he didn't pay attention when the Hashime came.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also go the other way, and,
Yeah.
and then that would be very, very stupid. Luckily, good reaction there. Good control.
Here's one more look at the replay. Let's have another look at the replay whilst they're tidying themselves up. So he rushes him with a bear hug, and TUSHISHVILI comes down with a counter anyway. Look, you see the two hands around, that would have been a mate anyway.
Yeah.
And he gets countered, so it doesn't matter. TUSHISHVILI takes it. Let's look at the ending between the pair of them. Big hug, big bow, no problems at all. And it's Guram TUSHISHVILI who takes the win. Now, when we started this morning, well, we'll come to the end, and we'll do the wrap up in a second. Let's have the bow between the Russians and the Georgian team.
Yeah.
There it is. The Georgians and Russians shake hands, but it's the Georgians who make it in to the final. And handshakes as well to MGDSYAN as well, the little guy with TUSHISHVILI, the big guy. Right, now what we said at the beginning of the broadcast this morning was we guaranteed you entertainment. It's a difficult thing to do when it's the individuals because you're never quite sure what's going to happen. But with the teams, you are guaranteed entertainment. And that final contest there was absolute perfect example of what happened. What a match between the Georgians and the Russians. The Russians were a man short. It meant that they were desperate to win the first two. They did. The Georgians then had their backs up against the wall. There was no contest for Beka GVINIASHVILI. The 2-2, and then it was all down to Guram TUSHISHVILI, and he came up with it. Close, but the Georgians stole it. How did you see it?
Very exciting, yeah, very exciting.
Margiani, beg your pardon, he was the one who came back with the contest that they needed.
I also would like to see Beka GVINIASHVILI fighting in the heavyweight.
Well, we're good. Oh, that would have been good.
Yes.
Okay, against the big man SHAKHBAZOV. Anyway, TUSHISHVILI looked as though for a while he was going to blow it. In the end, he came up with the win. Now, we're going to be back at 5 o'clock with the medal matches, the bronze medal matches, and the finals. Let's